Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender by Dr. David R. Hawkins is a book that challenges us to let go of our attachments to personal beliefs, opinions, fears and desires in order to find inner peace and enhance our spiritual journey. The first lesson that this book endeavors to teach is about the power and relevance of emotions in our life. Our emotions can serve us or sabotage us, but accessing and releasing them is a skill we can develop to live more mindfully and reduce suffering. Hawkins asserts that emotional breakthroughs lead to greater personal power and self-understanding. Learning to let go is another major lesson. Hawkins proposes that this let-go method or surrendering technique results in effortless release of unwanted patterns and behaviors. It can foster clearer thinking, increased motivation, better physical health, improved relationships, and increased productivity. To release is to simply experience your emotion, anger, fear, jealousy, etc. Fully acknowledge it, and then consciously decide to let it go instead of clinging on it. The process of letting go doesn't mean repressing emotions. It implies being lightly aware of them and then allowing them to exit. Next, the book offers insight on the spiral dynamics of consciousness. Hawkins proposes a model of human consciousness that moves from the lowest levels of shame, guilt, and apathy, upward through fear, desire, anger, and pride, with courage as the pivoting point into affirmative emotions like willingness, acceptance, love, and ultimately enlightenment. The goal isn't to suppress negative emotions, but to understand their role and not to allow them to dominate your conscious existence. In the exploration of the nature of power versus force, Hawkins illustrates that force is always met with resistance, whereas power results from transformational energy that is self-sustaining, inspirational, and impactful. According to the author, true power comes from demoting the ego and promoting the higher self. Practically, this can be interpreted as doing things for the right reasons and being guided more by principles and less by personal desires or fears. Hawkins also delves into the aspect of how understanding our fears and developing ego transcendence can lead to greater happiness. In the pursuit of happiness, he advises that we should not focus on the destination, but rather on the journey. The journey can be enjoyed in the present without apprehensions about the future or guilt about the past. The book extends the idea that we are not our thoughts, and we should observe them as a disinterested third party. Hawkins proposes cultivating mindfulness and the ability to watch your thoughts without identifying with them. This allows you to gain control over your mind instead of being controlled by it. Personal responsibility is an underlying theme in the work. We are asked to own and accept our choices, experiences, emotions, and reactions. This acceptance releases blame and victimization, contributes to emotional maturity, and initially inspires growth. Finally, Hawkins endorses the principle of unconditional love and compassion. He insists that the highest level of human consciousness is love, characterized by an all-encompassing forgiveness, harmony, and the desire to serve mankind. He turns to the vital importance of self-love and the understanding that we cannot love others until we love ourselves. In essence, Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender calls for awareness, acceptance, and surrender. The book serves as a guide that can help readers higher levels of consciousness by shedding light on the intricate framework of their own emotional and spiritual landscapes.